What if her silence isn't what it seems? You've pulled back, gone quiet, and stopped chasing. But instead of reaching out, she's gone silent too. Is she moving on, or is something much deeper happening in her mind? Behind that calm exterior, there's a whirlwind of emotions she can't control. Every moment of your silence is making her question everything. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand what's really going on when you stop texting, and you'll see this situation from a completely different perspective. You'll be the one with the upper hand. Section 1. No contact. Why women mirror your silence. When you stop texting and calling, it's not just a pause in communication. It's a shift in the relationship dynamic. Relationships are built on patterns, and when you disrupt those patterns, it sends shockwaves through the connection. Modern women aren't unaware of no-contact strategies. They've heard about it, seen it in action, and even used it themselves. So when you pull back, her instinct isn't to panic, it's to mirror your silence. This isn't because she doesn't care, it's because she wants to maintain control of the situation. What she's really doing is testing you. She wants to see if your silence is genuine or just a strategy. Is he serious about pulling away, or is this just a temporary move? By mirroring your silence, she's trying to call your bluff. But here's where the real power lies. While she's matching your energy on the surface, her mind is doing something completely different. Beneath the calm exterior, she's asking herself a million questions. Why did he stop texting? Did I say something wrong? Has he lost interest? As the hours turn into days, these questions only grow louder. The truth is, when she mirrors your silence, it's not about indifference, it's about self-protection. She's guarding herself from vulnerability, but in doing so, she's stepping right into your frame. The longer you hold your ground, the more her curiosity, doubts, and emotions build. Silence isn't just a strategy. It's a way to reset the dynamic and make her feel your absence. Section 2. How women overthink during no contact. Silence isn't empty. It's full of questions, doubts, and emotions, especially for women. When you stop texting, her mind doesn't just go quiet. Instead, it turns into a storm of thoughts, each one louder than the last. At first, she might feel confident, telling herself, "I can handle this. He's probably just busy." But as the hours tick by, that confidence starts to waver. What's he doing? Why hasn't he reached out? Is he losing interest? These questions aren't just casual thoughts. They're invasive. They creep into her mind during quiet moments and grow louder with every passing day. Here's why this happens. Women process emotions through connection. When that connection is interrupted, it creates a void, and the human mind hates voids. It fills them with overthinking, assumptions, and imagined scenarios. She replays your last conversation, analyzing every word. She wonders if she said something wrong or if there's someone else in the picture. The longer the silence lasts, the more intense the overthinking becomes. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up speed and weight as it goes. While she's caught in this mental spiral, you're holding all the power. This is why patience is key. Most men panic during no contact, thinking it's not working because she's not reaching out. But in reality, her silence doesn't mean she's moved on. It means she's processing. And every moment she spends overthinking is a moment she's getting more emotionally invested in you. Section 3. Why she checks your social media. Social media has become the go-to tool for staying connected without direct communication. When you go silent, the first thing she does is check your profiles. Why? Because silence breeds curiosity, and curiosity drives action. She's not just casually scrolling, she's looking for answers. What's he doing? Is he happy? Who is he with? Every post, every story, every update becomes a clue. If you're out with friends, she wonders who's in the background. If you post a gym photo, she asks herself if you're leveling up. If you post nothing at all, that drives her crazy. Here's the key. What you post or don't post can completely shift the dynamic. A subtle story of you having fun or a picture of you thriving sends a powerful message. It shows her that you're unbothered, confident, and focused on yourself. But here's the twist. Silence on social media creates even more intrigue. When there's nothing for her to analyze, her imagination takes over. She starts filling in the blanks with her own thoughts, and those thoughts usually work in your favor. Social media isn't just a platform, it's a tool. When used strategically, it amplifies your value, confidence, and presence. Even without direct communication, it keeps her emotionally connected to you. Section 4. The scarcity effect. Why less is more. Scarcity is one of the most powerful psychological effects when it comes to relationships. The less you offer, the more she values it. When you're constantly available, you lose your perceived value. But when you pull back and limit your presence, she starts to feel the loss. The absence of your attention makes her want it even more. Powerful psychological triggers in relationships. People tend to value what's rare and take for granted what is always available. This holds true for almost everything in life, and relationships are no exception. When you're constantly texting, calling, and pursuing, your presence becomes predictable. She knows you'll always be there, so she doesn't feel the urgency to reciprocate. However, when you pull back, everything changes. Your absence creates scarcity. Suddenly, your attention, your energy, and your time are no longer guaranteed. This scarcity makes her realize how much she relied on you. She begins to notice the void you've left behind, the texts she used to receive, the moments you shared, and the connection you once built. This isn't about manipulation. It's about rebalancing the dynamic. By creating scarcity, you remind her that your attention is valuable, and when something is valuable, it's desired. Here's the truth. People don't chase what's easy, they chase what's meaningful. When you create scarcity, you shift from being just another option to being the one she can't stop thinking about. And that's where the power lies. Her ego can't handle rejection. Women are constantly surrounded by validation through social media likes, messages from admirers, compliments from strangers. It's a steady stream of reassurance that helps keep their confidence high. But when you go silent, you cut off that validation. At first, she may brush it off, telling herself, "It's no big deal, he'll text me eventually." However, as time passes, her ego starts to crack. She's used to being pursued and having people fight for her attention. Your silence disrupts this expectation and forces her to confront a feeling she doesn't handle well: rejection. Rejection isn't just a bruise to her ego, it's a wake-up call. It makes her question her power in the relationship and reconsider her actions. Did she push you too far? Did she misjudge your interest? These doubts eat away at her confidence. Suddenly, the roles reverse. Now she's the one feeling the need to prove herself. She'll want to know if she still has your attention, if she hasn't lost you completely. This shift in the dynamic is where you regain control. The emotional roller coaster. You trigger silence isn't just a tactic, it's an emotional journey for her. When you go quiet, you're not just stepping back. You're creating space where her emotions take center stage. And trust me, they don't stay calm for long. At first, she might feel indifferent. He's probably just busy. I'm fine. But as time passes, that calm starts to crack. Frustration sets in. Why hasn't he texted me yet? Then doubt creeps in. Did I do something wrong? Is he seeing someone else? This emotional roller coaster doesn't stop there. It picks up speed. Doubt turns into regret. She starts replaying every moment you shared, analyzing every interaction for clues. Did I push him away? Should I have been more responsive? Eventually, regret transforms into curiosity. She becomes fixated on why you're so composed and whether you've moved on. This curiosity isn't fleeting. It becomes a constant loop in her mind, a loop she can't escape. What's important to understand is that people dislike emotional instability. They crave reassurance and certainty. Your silence removes both. The longer you stay silent, the longer she stays on this emotional roller coaster, and the more she'll feel the need to reach out just to get off the ride. Why walking away makes you the prize. When you walk away, you're not just creating distance, you're changing the entire game. Most people fear losing someone, so they cling to the connection, chasing approval and attention. But walking away takes confidence, and confidence changes everything. Walking away sends a clear message. I know my worth, and I won't settle for anything less than respect and mutual effort. This isn't arrogance, it's self-respect. You're showing her that you're not desperate for her validation, and that shift in energy makes you stand out. People are naturally drawn to those who value themselves. When you walk away, you're showing her that you're not afraid to lose her. This mindset positions you as the prize, the person she has to work for, the person she doesn't want to lose. The truth is, most people are too afraid to walk away. They cling, they chase, and they settle. But by walking away, you set yourself apart. You become the rare person who knows their worth, and that rarity is what makes you irresistible. How letting go changes the dynamic. Letting go isn't about giving up, it's about taking control. When you let go, you're not just stepping back, you're shifting the energy in the relationship. Most people hold on too tightly, afraid of what will happen if they let go. They fear that they'll lose the person they care about. But in reality, letting go can often strengthen the relationship and bring about a new dynamic. It allows both people the space to grow individually and creates a healthier balance of power. By letting go, you demonstrate confidence and self-sufficiency, and sometimes that's the most attractive thing of all. The truth about letting go. Letting go is what makes her see your value. When you stop chasing, you stop feeding her ego and stop giving her the constant reassurance she's used to. This creates a void. Here's what happens when you let go. She realizes your attention isn't guaranteed. She starts questioning whether she took you for granted. She feels the weight of your absence and starts to crave your presence. Letting go isn't about playing games. It's about showing her that your happiness doesn't depend on her. It's about prioritizing yourself and your peace of mind. When she sees this strength, it forces her to reevaluate everything. The moment you let go is the moment the power dynamic shifts. You're no longer the one seeking her validation. She's the one seeking yours. Section 9. When she realizes she's losing you, there's a point in every no-contact situation where she realizes she's losing you. This realization doesn't happen immediately. It builds over time, growing stronger with every passing day of silence. At first, she might brush it off. He'll come back. He always does. But as the days turn into weeks, that confidence starts to fade. She begins to feel the emptiness of your absence, and it becomes impossible to ignore. This is when she starts reflecting. She thinks about the good times you shared, the way you made her feel, and the connection you built together. These memories don't just make her miss you, they make her regret losing you. When she realizes she's losing you, everything changes. She starts to chase, subtly at first, with a random text, a like on your post, or a comment on something you shared. But as her emotions grow stronger, her efforts become more obvious. She doesn't just want to reconnect, she needs to. This is why patience is key. By staying calm, composed, and confident, you give her the space to realize what she's losing. And when that realization hits, she'll do whatever it takes to get you back. Section 10. The shift from indifference to desire. At the start of no contact, she might seem indifferent. She goes about her life, posts on social media, and acts like she's completely unbothered. But this indifference is an illusion. Here's what's really happening. While she might seem calm on the outside, inside she's slowly starting to feel the effects of your silence. At first, your absence feels manageable. She tells herself she's fine, that she doesn't need you. But as time goes on, that confidence begins to fade. She starts to notice the little things, the texts she used to get, the way you made her laugh, the moments you shared. These memories don't just remind her of you, they highlight the void you've left behind. That's when indifference turns into curiosity. She starts wondering what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're so calm. This curiosity grows into desire, and desire becomes an obsession. She doesn't just want to talk to you, she wants to understand you. She wants to reconnect, rebuild, and close the gap your absence has created. This shift from indifference to desire is the power of no contact. By staying silent, you're not just creating distance, you're creating space for her feelings to grow. And the longer you hold your ground, the stronger those feelings become. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you value, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Consider becoming a member for exclusive insights and perks you won't want to miss. See you in the next one.